$5 million. Are you live? Oh, yeah, we're live. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so could you share the things because my other phone is off. Mhm. Okay. Hi guys and welcome to this episode of the Contrast Podcast. So today from the topic you can see we're going to be talking about Ken Stephen charging 4 million per music video. But there's a backstory to all of this. There's a backstory to the commotion on social media, as is always the case. But before we dive into that, let's briefly talk about the Fisherman's Diary. I've already done my review of the Fisherman's Diary, things I love about the Fisherman's Diary, but it was just a short video and there's a lot more I have to say about that Fisherman's Diary. There are things which I found a little bit cringe. There are things which I love. I love more than I hated. So, but yeah, let's talk about that. So, there'll be you watch the movie. What do you think? Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. So, what do you think about the ending? I did not. I did not. I did not. Okay. Mm-hmm. No sound. Oh my. Okay, guys, so just if you're already joining us, sorry, we're having some technical difficulties. As you have probably noticed, the B sound is not coming out. So let's just work on that. This YouTube thing that you cannot really see the preview before you go live, you just go live like that.
I think my audio is
Hmm?
okay now. I think it is
It's
okay now.
okay.
I just think so. Um, for there's somebody here,
Yeah, so
Tommy
we have
Thomas.
Tommy, we have,
Thomas,
yeah,
yeah.
volume.
The
Yeah, we're working on that.
the preview. There's a way for you to see it because I remember before this whole thing started, like few months ago when we just started the whole show. There's a way we usually do, like we see the preview, then when we are ready, we click live, right? Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
in this case, they added another feature on it, like the direct live, that we just click live on the plugin or on the software, it just goes live directly. That's a
Mm-hmm.
new way which they've added. The old one still exists, but
Mm-hmm.
you just need to go down to the calendar, like schedule a live. That's where
Mm-hmm.
you need to create it under. When you create it there, you use the stream key, you click live from the software, you see the preview now. From there, you can just decide if you want to go live or not. So this new one is just
Mm-hmm.
a new
Okay.
feature which they added and made it like the default. It's not like they took away the old one. Yeah, the old one still exists. I discovered it. I think the last episode we did when I was trying to balance up the stream time and the you know. So I think my audio is good
Yeah.
now.
It's
Okay,
good.
yeah, audio is perfect now. Perfect.
Okay. Awesome. So could you just repeat what you said about the Fisherman's Diary? What you
Yeah, The
think about the
Fisherman's
Fisherman's
Diary.
Diary?
Like I said, the movie is an amazing movie. In my opinion, I don't know if we agree or the contrast side will take effect here, but in my opinion, this is the best Cameroon movie I've seen so far, ever. Like you can object if you want, but I think this is the best ever. Like he
Mm,
has the lowest amount of mistakes. He has the best quality so far. It has the best storytelling so far. Like the way they narrated the story so far, he has a great way of narrating. But where they failed was the landing. Like there were so many questions unanswered by the end of the film. Even yeah.
Right. Right.
So many questions unanswered. But overall, I like the movie. Like the movie is made
Mm-hmm.
up of two parts. It's a 2 hour movie. It's made up of two parts. Like the first half
Two
is just
hours, 20 minutes.
yeah, the 20 minutes, just the credit and the end after her speech and the rest. Yeah, but that doesn't count. So to me, it's just to me it's just yeah, it's a 2 half movie. The first part is just explaining what the dad's own point of view, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and the second half of it is how his experience during the first half or what he experienced influence the way he reacts or the way he thinks and the way and it affects his daughter, his family, and yeah. When you
Mm-hmm.
said you wanted to jump
Yeah.
into the movie to beat somebody, yeah, I know who you were talking about.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not
so
trying to
mad.
spoil the movie. And during your review, I haven't watched your review, but I hope you didn't spoil the movie for anybody who hasn't seen it.
Yeah, I try not to. I try not to
But
directly
you
like
just,
tell the story.
oh
Yeah.
boy, oh boy, it means you spoiled some things
Honestly, honestly, guys, like it's a whole roller coaster of
of
emotions.
emotions. Yeah,
Yes. There are times when I smiled, like there was the allergy who had a was trying to make this accent and things, which brought some memories and made me smile. And there was something that was said which
yeah,
yeah could make you smile. Then there were times when you'd be like, I love the sentiment and stuff. Then there are times when you are just straight out offended and you want to just I don't know. But I would
yeah.
say the acting was
There were some
superb.
things in the movie that were cringy, like cringe, but not much. Very few
The
of them.
thing which the thing which comes to my mind, which was cringe and it made me want to almost put off the film, was the speech towards the ending.
Yeah,
So
exactly. That speech was
she was trying to be
just so.
motivational and stuff. I was like, "Ugh, I don't like this.
Yeah,
This is
that speech was
too much
cringy.
joy, too much. It's like they were taking us on this scale of it was sad. We're really really sad. Then it just spinned off to like we did not know how we got from somebody wanting to kill themselves. I hope that's not a spoiler. To bam,
That's
just
a spoiler
so
already.
much explosion of joy. Is a
That's a
spoiler.
huge huge one. A very big. Come on, it oh boy. Come on.
Whatever. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. So go check out the movie. If you have not watched the movie, go check it out. Yeah. So
Yeah.
but I'll say all in all, it was a good movie. And one thing I realized is this is the first Cameroonian movie on Netflix worldwide. The other Cameroonian movie Therapy was on Netflix Africa.
I don't
So
think
this one is
if
Netflix.
that's completely
Which
our
one?
no therapy.
Yeah, it
Yes,
made
it
me feel
is.
some type of way about it.
Yeah, it's not actually to me. It's not a Cameroonian movie. It's like a movie, an African movie having some Cameroon features on it, like features, like oh, and Africans
Mhm.
and the rest they have
Mhm.
Netflix. That it doesn't work on Netflix Pro.
And so that one is just exclusive Netflix Africa. That one
Mm.
too, it's an okay movie, but I would say that one had more cringy things. One thing I also like the Fisherman's Diary, there's no overacting. I like that. I
There's
like
no
that
over what.
it's the acting is not overacting. You know that kind of I
I
don't know
want
how
to
to describe
you
it,
want
but
to
there are films
argue.
where you feel like
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
this
That you
guy
want to
was too
prove
much
that you
like
can argue, you can shout, you can talk over somebody.
ex- ex-
Like that's what most people, like
exactly.
most Cameroonians, most Africans feel like that's great acting. You know?
No.
Yeah, and which is not. Sometimes there are some guys.
Yeah, it's like
This movie,
you
that's
know,
why I
like
said
someone wants to
everything about the movie, like the storytelling and the role.
mm,
Everybody brought their A game to this movie.
mm,
Most of the
mm-hmm.
guys I saw in this movie are guys I've
Yeah.
seen online. Like guys I
Mm-hmm.
know
Yeah.
doing certain things, and
y-
everybody here played his role, and the movie came out. Just the end was, the landing wasn't what we expected or we wanted.
Yeah, but one thing I think could account for that end being like that is because I feel like they felt like the movie was already too long and they just had to cut it
Then
because
they should have just made
I
it like
think
a
there were
mini
actually some
series. There are series on Netflix
I
with 3 episodes, 4 episodes. They would have just made it a
mm-hmm,
mini series
mm-hmm.
of 1 hour. or 45 minutes, 3 episodes. That would have been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know,
Yeah.
like, if they made it a mini series and the thing went on Netflix, I believe the reception this movie will have on Netflix, like the analytics on Netflix will prove that, will tell Netflix that they should sponsor the next part of this movie. Like, to me, that's just what I
Mm-hmm.
feel. Because if they had done it as a mini series, Netflix would have like contacting Can Quintus and say, we want to know what happened before the graduation. Like, we want to hear
Mm-hmm.
her stories, how she dealt with the childhood trauma and why growing up to that stage. Like, they will just want something after that.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. I think the all in all, the movie was great. I would say it's just that small part which kind of felt cringe, but I think the bulk of the movie overshadows that small
yeah.
cringy part. So if you have to ask me how is the movie, I would say great. I would say awesome because yeah, majority of it was awesome. So I think we can proceed, right? Let's proceed
Yep.
to talk
So we
about
were supposed to
Dr.
start with
Ken
life
Stephen.
update, but we just went right into Fisherman's Diary because that was what was hot, lost bubbling. Like, we needed to get it
That's
off.
kind of the live update, you know.
Really,
That's kind of like the live update.
really
Okay, okay. Then what's happening? What's happening on your end?
nothing. since since I had to, nothing. Since we had to ask. Okay, no, my life update.
Oh my god.
Yeah, to be honest, nothing. We have lockdown. We just leave from here to the supermarket. And yeah, I went for birthdays. For a birthday, not birthdays. Like a small one because they cannot let us hold like parties and huge occasions. Like, we just had a small thing which we went to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my life update. Home, birthday, came back, go to the supermarket, edit, record, plan, strategize, like the behind the business, like the things I do behind the scenes. I was like so occupied with them.
Mm-hmm.
So on your
Yeah.
end, just your
So
fisherman diary.
on
Kai.
my yeah. So there's a Fisherman's Diary too. Like I stayed up in the night watching it, and I think I posted my review on my status. It was like 3 a.m. or so. When I got up in the morning, I had a lot of responses. Friends who had watched it. My friend was telling me that it was too long, and I felt that way too. I felt it was too long, and actually, I actually had to take like a break in between to watch something else to do. I don't know. It just the emotions. Each scene is just so emotional. It's just like I think I needed in smaller doses. I needed to divide into two. I needed to take a break and do something else. So I did that. And when I told my friend, like, I was like, yeah, I felt it was too long. So I actually took a break when watching it. She was like, yeah, she too. She took a break when watching the movie. So a lot of people have mixed reviews, but all in all, many people said the movie was great. Then also yeah, I've been running around a lot. I've been running around a lot. I had to send some things to people out of the country. So, it's always food items. So and
Yeah,
dry this,
normally.
dry that. So I've been
Come
running
on.
around a lot to get those kind of things to
If you
send.
had
And
somebody
yeah, that
coming
that has
here, I
been
would
it
have
from
just
my
say,
end.
"Come on, let somebody get me dry crayfish, like all those kind of things."
Eh,
Yeah,
yeah,
these are the
yeah. I had
things
to
we
get the
always
dried
want.
crayfish,
Yeah,
dried snails, dried and what else? Dried
yeah.
arrow, all those things. I'm like, I was talking to my sister while I was saying, I was like, people are there. Why are people not just eating the food that's there? Why are people disturbing us? So
Uh,
yeah. So since
the
she has
food that
been
is
there,
here,
like,
I don't know. Come on, the menu here is just too repetitive. Or you
mm,
can have this vegan food, or you can have just these here fruits and come on, they don't have much here.
yeah,
Yeah, they don't have much. They
yeah,
have chicken. You can do barbecue. You can do KFC. You can do. They have fish. They have yeah, the things that you can see in Africa. Yes, beans. You can see beans.
mm-hmm,
I think that's pretty much it. But for gari, white yam, things that we really like, we need to get them from down there. Gari, white yam,
mm-hmm,
cocoyam paste, or what else? Egusi. All those things need to come
Right,
from down
yeah.
there. Yeah,
Egusi to
we can't get them.
Jangsa, all those kind of things like that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can't get them
Spice
here.
of their food. Mm.
So Chi Greg, what's
Um,
up? DJ Jobs,
Hi
what's up?
Greg. Hi DJ Jabs. Happy Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter, everybody. And for the Fisherman Diary, I never felt like it was too long. Let me tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
I've been used to watching movies 3 hours and 4 hours. Just movies, not series. Movies.
Lord of the Ring.
Uh, kind of. Lord of the Ring at that time, yeah, I watched it in parts, but I'm talking about movies like The Avengers, movies like Justice League.
Mm.
Yeah, those kind of movies, I watch them a lot. So they are too long, and I can just sit down and like the movie. I did not feel like it was too long. Like I got when I'm in tune, like, when I'm in the story, when the story, I'm captivated by the story. I don't feel the time anymore. The only thing
Mm-hmm.
that can tell me it is too long is when nature calls me, like I have to take number one or number two, and I say, "Oh, I've been here for this long." Yeah,
Right.
but if the
Right.
story is
Yeah.
captivating, then I don't feel it. Let's
Yeah, the
discuss
story was
football.
captivating enough.
Hello,
I think
this guy's name.
hi. Yeah.
What's up?
I I think on my end, why I
Mhm.
was also like I wanted to take a break and I was also looking at the time is because I was watching it past midnight and I remember I had a very tiring day and I wanted to sleep. But I was watching it because I knew the next day I wanted to review it. So I was like looking at the time because it was really getting late and I was really feeling sleepy. So I was like, okay, when are you finishing? Yeah. So, but anyway, it was a good movie. It's not like when you hear when I say it's too long. Maybe some people might feel like maybe the movie was boring. That no, no, no.
Yeah,
You
no,
have
it
a
was.
lot of things to be mad about. A lot of things to. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you will be emotional about, and it will not be boring. Yeah, it's not just a movie
Yeah.
that will make you just be like, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's dive into King Stephen. So, but before
Okay.
we go to talk about KTV, I would just like to know from you guys watching us now. Have you watched Fisherman's Diary? If you have not watched Fisherman's Diary, make sure you watch it before our next live tomorrow because I'll still probably ask this question. I just want to know what do you guys think about the Fisherman's Diary? I don't know. Like, I there was a time in my life when I did not really care much about Cameroonian entertainment, and I have the kind of personality where I either care or
I
I'm
just
from
don't
a
give a
zero
fuck.
to 100 kind of person. Yes.
Yeah.
So like there was a time when I was at a zero, the Cameroon entertainment industry. Now I'm at 100. So like everything Cameroonian, especially when it's nice, I'm just very passionate about it and I just want to spread the word. I remember when I was doing the review for the therapy or even this Fisherman's Diary, some people might feel like, oh, she was contacted for it. There are some bloggers that are contacted for it, but like I'm not one of those bloggers. I just
Yeah.
genuinely love the content and I just want to
You
scream out, let everybody know and go check it
you
out. I
like it?
remember
Yeah.
when I shared therapy on my status, some people were contacting me because some people know I have once been in the acting field and stuff. So they're contacting me like, oh, are you in the movie? I'm like, no. Because they feel like I'm sharing it because I'm in the movie. I'm not in the movie. I don't know anybody who has acted in the movie. I know
Yeah.
nothing about the people, but I just love it and I know it's Cameroonian and I want to spread the word. So it's a really good movie and I'm really proud of it. So go check it out. Tell your friends to check it out. It's really something which will make people tune into the Cameroonian entertainment scene. So make sure you check it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Ken Steven, 4 million per music video.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's this article which was written by 237 Showbiz. Do you think should I read the article
Yeah, you
or
can.
should
You
I
should.
summarize?
So that
Okay.
we can know where
Okay.
this whole
So
thing
it says Dr.
started.
Ken Steven. Yeah. So it says Dr. Ken Stephen is arguably the biggest name when it comes to music directors in Cameroon. He has built a very strong brand and fan base for himself with his outstanding and impeccable works. From videos like Kemayo, My Way, Anita, etc., there is little that could be said about his output. There was a time that he accounted for more than 50% of hit videos in Cameroon. He has also been in charge of more than 500 videos, meaning he is far from being a small boy in the game. However, with good quality comes an increase in the price tag of his videos as it gradually rose from 400,000 francs per video to 1 million francs per video and is now at about 2 million francs per video. The debate of whether his prices are reasonable or not is one for a different day. But however, this has significantly seen a reduction in output for the camera magician as he has gone from releasing 4 videos a week to releasing 1 to 2 videos a month. Statistics prove that his colleagues in the music industry, like Mr. Ali Chuzi, have seen a constant increase in output as they shoot more videos than him as of late 2020 to present day 2021. We try to examine why this is happening and have inquired from numerous artists and music experts about this situation. And word on the street is that due to coronavirus and the shutdown of numerous shows, most artists can't afford to hire his services. They see it better to meet his colleagues and get lesser or the same quality and concepts for a lesser price. Thus, this now leads to a reduction on his output. Another unnamed artist said he has run out of inspiration, as you can see nearly the same kind of shoots in his videos, the same video vixens and the same poses. He isn't as creative as
Doesn't
he
matter.
used to be, but he has camera quality. We also highlight that he spoke about going into movies in 2019 after directing more than 500 music videos in Cameroon. The director hinted us about his dreams to get into the movie sector. He might be working on movie projects now, reasons why he is taking fewer shots. With all the recent happenings in the music industry would love to see the camera magician back in a constant basis, and we assure his fans also want to see him constantly as his brand keeps on fading the more he becomes inactive in his job and focuses his attention more on movies and CPE movies music, his newly created label. Feel free to drop your opinion, blah blah blah. We want to see him take more shots. So that's
Okay.
the article that 237 Showbiz released, and then Dr. Nkeng Stephen reacted to that. He said, bless you, bro, but we don't shoot videos for 2 million francs. Our list price of music videos is 4 million. That is
Which is
eight
eight
thousand
thousand
dollars.
dollars. Yeah.
Yes. However, upcoming video directors need to grow to spade day for all man. Music video is just one part of CPE. Ready to see the other sides of her. So, yeah, it's
I
not two
saw what he
million. It's four
posted. I did
million
not see
francs.
what 237 Showbiz said about it. I saw his reply to it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, let's go to the comment sections before we dive into the topic. Okay? Because while you were
Mm-hmm.
reading, guys were giving their replies or remarks on it. So,
Mm-hmm.
we go to let's discuss
Okay.
football. Okay, hello. No. DJ Jab say it's not on my Netflix. I don't search I'm tired. Which movie? Fisherman's Diary? Because nigga you lying.
Fisherman's Diary is well
It's
worth.
everywhere. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Fisherman's Diary is everywhere. So if it is therapy, I understand. Fisherman's Diary, Chi Greg, I doubt he actually collects 4 million from everybody because at the end of the day, business is about relationships. That was one of the points I wanted to make. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I doubt he's not collecting 4 million from everybody, even 2 million. There are some guys that he just do the
Mm-hmm.
video, just you pay the transportation, the feeding and the accommodation if they have to move to a new place to shoot the movie. You just pay for like the services, like yeah, you crew and everybody complete fee and they do your video, and then you guys can leverage the video for some sort of. It depends on the height or the position of the artist or the person he's working with. It just depends on all those things. So I doubt if he's actually collecting that amount of money from everybody. So that
Mm-hmm.
can't be true. But what he's saying, this price tag, is not outrageous. Even the 2 million is not still outrageous because um, depending on the industry, I think 4 million is like the ceiling from Cameroon. I just think so. I just hope so. The ceiling in Cameroon because in the USA you see guys shooting music videos like if they say they shot a video for $50,000, that's really small. That's just like a low budget video because they go up to 1,000,000, 250K. Because it depends on the currency in the country and what the artist can generate. Because music videos are like publicity for projects or for the actual song. Music videos, you just shoot music videos because you want.
It filters out, let me say, people who like I know of video directors who somebody will come and meet them. I have 100,000 for you to help me. Please help me
Yeah.
shoot a video. I don't think somebody can approach Ken City now and say, "Come on, I don't have like 100,000. Would you just help me?"
Nah.
Like he can do that to his close friends and stuff. But I know
That's
video
what I'm
directors who
saying.
even
He can
straight
do
that
that to
meet them
close, yeah,
for
to guys he has been working with or guys he constantly
yeah,
work with. He can do that for them. Like
yeah,
that
yeah.
100K will just be like for the transportation for of like the crew, the equipment, and the rest to get to the site or the location where they need to do the video shoot. No, yeah,
Hmm.
that money can just be for that. But yeah, that's just it. He cannot charge everybody that price. But when it comes to these high budget productions that he know that this thing, the artist trying to produce this video has like big financial backing and has the marketing budget to market the video, to get the song to
Hmm.
places where it needs to be. Yeah, of course he has to charge all that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. So in that article by 227 Show, somebody he also mentioned that somebody told them that they feel like Ken Steven has started losing creativity. Do you think so?
Nkeng to me, let me to be very honest, in the Cameroon music industry, to me, Nkeng has not been like the most creative when it came to storytelling, but he's one of the top guys when it came to storytelling in music videos. Like, give a song a good story, you
Mm.
know, to give a song an appealing visual, like well thought out. Because if we are going by ratio, at one point in time, almost every song, like every A-list or high quality song that came from Cameroon, came from CPE and King. So at that point, the volume was too much. It was too much. And
Mm.
at that point, I see new things and I realize that he's learning as he's going, because there are some effects that I see on this video, and on the next song, I see him. I saw, like, there was one effect I saw tutorials of that effect on YouTube, and the next video he dropped, I saw that effect on, and I just said, oh, it means this guy followed the same guy I follow to learn tutorials and editing. Because there are some guys I follow, he follows those guys too. He learned editing also on YouTube, the same way I learned. So, the storytelling part of it came with Anita. In a nutshell, I'm just trying to say the volume he puts out a lot, and in that body of work, like in the number that he puts out, you get those ones that you see some stories in them that you can easily translate, or you can easily relate to, or you can easily decipher. You know, but he's not the most creative because he puts out a lot, and there are some guys who just put out few, but each song they put out, they make sure they tell a great story on it, you know.
Mm.
But I think there are just two of them in the industry right now that tell stories on music, stories that you can actually break down and say, okay, yeah, I understand these lyrics and I see how this video adds to the song. Like him and Adrenaline, those are the two that I'm talking about. Like Adrenaline to me, like right way back when Cameroon music videos tell stories, like told amazing stories that when you listen to the song, even if it is hip hop or pop, when you listen to the song and you watch the video, you tell yourself, "Ah, man, this video actually represents the audio." Adrenaline has been doing that, like way
Mm.
back from, yeah, like Skiddy Boy and Askia. Welcome for Quarter. He has another song featuring produced by Eddie Dre. That the song has Shura on it. I think it's Cisia. I think there are so
Mm.
many songs like he did at that point. And before King Stephen, Adrenaline at one point was releasing videos the same amount Ken was releasing now, and his quality and his productivity and his creativity also dropped. Then Ken came up too, and Ken now started doing the same thing. The quantity increased, then the creativity dropped. Now Adrenaline is coming back up, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, so the two of them have been playing that game for a long time. So the creativity, I don't think he's losing his creativity, and he hasn't been the most creative. But among the top, let me just say the top three, he's among the first two. Like he's fluctuating with
Mm.
Adrenaline. Yeah. When it comes to quality, there are so many guys who can produce great qualities, but for storytelling, here he's among one of them. Those guys up there. So I don't think he has been losing
Mm.
his quality. Yeah, his creativity.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so I'm just trying to remember some recent projects of Ken Steven that I've watched. He done worked on the local thing where he was talking
Yeah,
about him
Maria
being married when he
Jumagoya.
was not actually married and stuff. Yeah, married Mariage
Mm,
de Mago, which I think it was an awesome project to those. The
mm,
storytelling too was there. There was a lot of action and stuff. Then another project, recent project is Salatiel, Good Girl, featuring
mm,
Rochelle, which was
mm,
something creative in its own dimension. It had
mm.
different effects. It had a different kind of the bar scene, classy bar scene and stuff.
Yeah, but
Which
the
yeah was also a
storyline in
different
that
thing.
song is something I've seen so many guys use over and over and over. A girl in
I've
love with a
even
guy who
seen
is
I've
a.
even seen that storyline. I've seen that storyline in a movie. I remember I was invited to a screening of a movie, and that
Yeah.
was that storyline like that where a guy will kidnap a girl because he wants to propose, which I think by the way it's crazy. I don't want to get started about that. It's just
Yeah.
a crazy thing. Yeah, so that storyline I've seen it in a movie too. So yeah, I think at
Even
the
the
end of the day,
same, I think he was the same one who directed Jusirela, right? De quoi qu'il arrive, je serai
well,
là. Loco
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Jusirela. So the
mm-hmm,
storyline, even that of Loco Jusirela, I've seen that storyline on so many occasions, like so many places. The only one which
mm-hmm,
so the so many stories like are repeated, okay? The only thing that makes any storytelling unique is your own spin or the way you decide to tell the story, you know. But the way he
mm-hmm,
told it, like most of the stories, the way he has been telling them, he already give away that, yeah, this what this the story, you know. To me, the best video I've seen from him that actually blew me away when it came to storytelling is Gomez song Sanivapa. Like when you watch that song.
where somebody jumped down. Who jumped? Was it a girl? It was a girl
No,
that
he didn't
jumped. Oh no, it
jump.
was a boy.
He didn't
He
jump. He
fell.
fell.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like,
Somebody fell. Yes.
and when he fell, we knew he would die, but instead he did not die. Instead, the
It's the
girl
girl
who.
who died.
So the twist, like, that was what blew my mind. Like, that one blew. That
Plot
I was
twist.
like, yeah, plot twist, like so creative. Then Anita's own storyline from the beginning. Wait, let me see. I think he was. Is Adrenaline dit toi et moi or who did toi et moi by
Cannot remember, but
Salatiel?
I feel like most of Salatiel's project is done by Ken.
Mm,
I cannot remember what it's by more, but I just feel like it might be Ken.
yeah, but as for the Anita, then there's one great thing too about him for him to compress a story to tell it in a 2 minute or a 3 minute video. You know, to compress a story. That's one thing most video creators don't get credit for. Like it's to compress a story and you actually keep up. Like you say, okay, this from
Mm-hmm.
here to here it links up like without noticing that some things have been left out or skipped or yeah, some of those things you need to give them credit for. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Anita too was one storytelling, though the storyline is not original, like really new. A girl who was dating a guy in school, and the guy, I think the absurd or the only part in it that can be said is another nice twist is that Salate took Anita back, like, and the way he took her
Mm-hmm.
back with a pregnancy for somebody, like, yeah, just that part of it like made it. But this whole the beginning, like the first half of it, like he's dating this girl in school, and the girl think he's a nerd and doesn't like him that much. She like the crazy lifestyle with the crazy guys. And when life, like this story, we've heard it and seen it so many times, but is that decision making about what happened, like after that, what next, like that decision making at the end, that was what solidified the twist about it.
Yeah, and like as you're talking about storytelling, one thing that just came to my mind is like it's the same thing with this Fisherman's Diary. The story is not as if it's a story that was invented. No, it's a story which we know about. But what makes it beautiful is the way the story is told. It's told well. If you tell a story well, even if we know about it, and sometimes we watch movies because we want to escape realities. Other times we watch movies because we want to see our reality.
Yeah.
So even if we know this story over and over again, if we just see somebody telling this story, especially people who can relate to the story, if you tell the story
Yeah.
well, we vibe to it. Yeah, I want to read this comment from Chigre. He said, I don't think Keng is the most creative video director in Khmer, and I think he copies ideas from other video directors. His video for Daphne Juice Kalaga, he clearly copied from Temi Dakule, Iyawumi, and when I saw it, I was heartbroken. It was basically the same thing. Okay, I've not watched this Temi Dakule Iyawumi. Have you watched it, Delby?
No, I haven't watched it. I think I'll
Yeah,
have
I'll
to
go
go and
check
watch
it
it.
out.
Yeah, I'll go check it out too.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So he said it was basically the
yeah.
same thing. Yeah. So when he saw it, he
Mm-hmm.
was heartbroken. Yes, everybody copies.
Yeah,
Everybody
and
copies. But it's
another thing,
just the way you
I was just
copy
thinking.
and the kind of spin you add to yours. That's just what makes it unique.
Yeah, I was just
Mm-hmm.
thinking about Nigerians, right? I don't know why this came to my mind, but I
Mm-hmm.
remember in those days, there's a dog barking out of my house. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, there's a dog barking so loud.
Yeah,
Anyway,
forget
so
about them.
there was a day when I don't know why I started thinking about this, but I was just remembering the Nigerian films we used to watch in those days. I've
Mm-hmm.
forgotten the Nigerian film. There was a Genevieve Nigerian film. I don't know if she
Mm-hmm.
acted by Ramsna or so, but
Mm-hmm.
basically the Nigerian film was an exact copy of Two Can Play That Game, which was a Black American movie, and it was very
Mm-hmm.
common with Nigerians in those days. They
Yeah, in
did that
those
a lot.
days, this Spider Man,
They copied Black American movies a lot. They copied the storylines a lot. But we
yeah, and
love them and we watch them because it's like, for example, you see two can play that game, people talking in a certain accent which is foreign from you, and
yeah,
sometimes they even copies from white movies, different color from you, and then you see Nigerians acting it, and then you see people who you can relate to better, people who look like you. So I don't know, I
mm-hmm.
just started thinking like maybe that is why we gravitated more towards Nigerian movies instead of the exact copy, the original of those movies. So, or maybe that Nigerian movies were more accessible or whatever. So, anyway, why I was just thinking about that is because I was just like, Nigerians copied their ways to the top, basically. They copied their way to the top. So, we have to give ourselves, we have to give ourselves some credit because I feel like we
Mm-hmm.
are trying to be creative. And even if we
Mm-hmm.
copy, if we put our own Cameroonian flair there, I remember when I was doing the review for therapy,
Mm-hmm.
it's a story which we know about, and one thing which made it captivating for me was I was hearing Cameroonian names. They're calling names like Tico. They're calling some Cameroonian phrases. They're calling
Mm-hmm.
meals like Achu, things that said Cameroonian. So
Mm-hmm.
just that put in the story made it look a little bit Cameroonian, which was the exact thing Nigerians used to do. They'll copy
Mm-hmm.
a Black American storyline, just put in Shebi or whatever Nigerian term they want to put in there, and then they make it their own, and well, they are good to go. And I don't know these people. I don't know what the legal system says about that kind of exact copy, but I know any case of them being taken to court because of it, because sometimes it was just like a exact storyline, and like if you watch two movies you will definitely see it is the exact storyline.
Yeah. Okay,
um
let's go to the comments.
yeah, everybody is saying something. Says, hey
Yeah, his
family, I'm
graduation.
happy to invite you all for my graduation this 24th of April 2021 as an audiovisual. Oh god, I'm broadcast. I'm so excited. They should be enjoying the money for now. We will take over. Oh my god, everyone. I love
Congratulations.
this so much. I love this so much.
Congrats.
I wish we
Congrats,
had
Ezra.
those sound effects. Would have dropped some sound effects for Ezra
Yeah.
right now. I love it so
Oh
much. I
man.
feel like enough Cameroonians are not studying, are not specializing in this field because maybe I don't know. Maybe parents feel like it's a waste of money. Also,
Yeah.
most people you see in this
The
field they never
truth
studied it in school.
exactly.
Yeah.
The truth is most guys that are
Mm.
great in, let's just say, broadcasting, sometimes journalism, though we went to the, like Adrenaline said,
Mm.
we went to the University of YouTube.
Right.
That's
Most.
what Adrenaline
Yeah.
said. That my
Yeah.
fellow University of
And I
YouTube
think.
students, post yourself here. So all of
Yeah.
us were there. Like I think we
And I
did
think
that in
it will definitely
2018.
take our entertainment to another level if
Yeah.
we actually send people to school to study these things, because definitely there's a lot to learn. We can learn that. Just imagine you like Ezra has learned this now, then you add the YouTube on top of it and stuff. So it's nice. I love this so much. Ezra, congrats. So how
Yeah.
do we attend this graduation? Is it going to be online? Are we going to watch? Just let us know in the comments. So we have Jamel who said Dr. Keng est la meilleure réalisateur de clips vidéo en Afrique francophone. Il était le seul francophone au Afrima Award. Okay.
Okay. Wait, let me answer
Um,
that question. Premièrement, Nkeng n'est pas un francophone. Il est un anglophone.
that's
Mais,
what I just wanted to say. Yeah.
yeah, c'est parce que le Cameroun, dans le monde entier, on croit que le Cameroun est franc. Je ne sais pas comment dire, c'est francophone ou notre première langue, c'est francophone ou français, kind of.
They think our first language is French.
Yeah,
Yes.
they just think the first language we have is French. Like most guys, like a friend of mine told me he went to South Africa and at the airport, when he got there, they saw Cameroon. So the lady that was trying to speak in French, like, c'est comment monsieur, je peux voir votre passeport? And he said, yeah, this is my passport. They must say, ne t'inquiète, parle en français, je comprends français. You should not try to speak
No.
English. And it was like, what? I don't even know French.
French.
I don't even know French. You know?
People have told me that when they speak English out there, they feel they are Nigerians because they feel Cameroonians
Yeah.
speak French.
Yeah,
When
me
you speak
too.
English, they're like, oh,
So
you're
many guys
Nigerian.
I've been like in a gathering, not like gathering, in company of so many guys, mixed Cameroonians, Nigerian mix, okay? But the Nigerian guys there, because I was like quiet. I'm a kind of person that when I'm in a place, I'm just quiet. If I'm there to do something, I just do it, you know. But I don't talk too much. So when we started talking, the guy asked, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm a Cameroonian." The guy said, "My guy, as I be see you like that, I be know so you be Niger complete, like you be Niger guy." I said, "What? Don't I look like a Cameroonian?" He said, "I don't see Cameroon people before. You don't look like a Cameroonian." I say, "So how am I different from a Cameroonian?" Like when I spoke, he said, "Oh wait, Omo, you be Niger?" I said, "No, I'm a Cameroonian." He said, "Lie, my guy. When I saw you the time you just came in here, I knew you were a Nigerian. I just thought you were a Nigerian." So that's just how it
Right.
is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And to go further with what Jamel said, right? Like it's undeniable. Dr. Nkeng Stephen is one of the best video directors we have in Cameroon, and some will even say Africa, because like he didn't get to charging that amount by just charging
Yeah,
the amount.
because he
Like
directs now for Tanzanian artists, like artists out of Africa.
yeah,
He's not just
right.
Cameroon.
He was good, and that's what made him
Get
be
to that
able
point,
to
yeah.
add the price tag. Yeah, it's because he's a good director. That's why he was able to add the price tag. But now the conversation is he's directing less videos. He's focusing on other things now, and people are feeling like he's less creative. And there are other people coming up, which you feel like, why should I pay that 4 million when this person can do the same, basically do the same thing Dr. King was doing? Yeah. So we have Emmanuel from Cameroon. Hello. And we have
Hello.
Ezra saying there's no way one will create something and there will be an unseen thing there. It's just to add your touch there to make it unique. That's so true. That is so true. Like there's nothing new under the sun. I was watching this video and somebody was talking about how to start up anything. Anything you want to do, just go to Google and be like, how to become
Go to YouTube.
let me see, how to become a container cleaner. I'm just looking for the most outrageous thing. How to become I
Yeah.
don't know, how to become a dead picker. Like anything, any outrageous thing you want to be, just go online and type, you definitely see videos for that. Yeah, so there's nothing new under the sun. Like you
Yeah.
said, just add your own
Nothing.
spice to it. Yeah. Chigre said, yeah, everybody copies, but try add small spice. Now check out that video, Timidakule, the thing must hurt you. Okay. I'll watch the Daphne Karaga, then I'll check out that Timidakulu video. Yeah.
Okay.
Who's to say Timidakulu did not copy from somebody else that Dr. Ken also copied from?
Yeah. Almost everybody
Like they
copies.
might have the same inspirational source. Like anyway, DJ Jab
Okay.
says we need the translated version of the question and the answer. Okay, DJ Jab. So Jamel was saying that Dr. Ken Stephen is the best video director in Africa, in Francophone, in French
In
Africa,
French
basically.
Africa, yeah.
He was the only Francophone at Afrima Awards. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's why
that's
we
what he
said
said.
Salatia is not a francophone. Like, I mean,
Ken Steven, yeah.
Nkeng is not a francophone, but just
Mm-hmm.
because of the way they view Cameroon, uh, even when Jovi was nominated at the Afrima Award, like even MTV Award at the Mama, right? Jovi was nominated
Mm-hmm.
as francophone, best francophone. The year he was nominated with Stanley and West Stanley and was nominated for best collaboration with Sarkodie and on the best male artist in Central Africa, like in French Africa, Jovi was nominated there. So every all those things and even all those guys are anglophones. But
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know, maybe because the songs that blow up mostly contain French in it, or I don't know. Because that was the year he
Mm-hmm.
released Cash and Epiqua. Those were the songs that yeah
Mm-hmm.
blew up all over Africa that way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I have no issue with Cameroonians being put under the French sector, but I want us also to be put under the English sector. It might be too greedy of us to want that, but
Somebody just dropped
that's
the
what we
comment here.
are.
Emmanuel Cameroon. Read Emmanuel
Say,
Cameroon.
child, but that Kent amount better make me a matrix like like video. Can't see
Like I go cut the book.
why.
that's not, that's not even any money because that amount is too much. Like that's a ceiling. Like I said, is a ceiling for Cameroon because of the
Mm,
resources we have, the amount of money we can generate based on our currency, like the turnover, all those things. That's why he's even at 4 million. If King was in a place, trust me, in the USA, $10,000 is small for him. Like video
mm,
directors who are just starting in the USA, they take $5,000 just for like if you hear that this guy's an underground filmmaker, he just takes 5,000. When he start going up,
mm.
like he now directs for rappers, you hear 15K, 10K, and he's saying, "Don't worry, I'm still a starter. Like I still do this and do that." That's no money. That's no money. It's just because in Cameroon the currency when you convert it, you just say, "Man, the guy got a millionaire for one video." You see, so yeah. Say metrics like
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But like there's
Emmanuel.
this there's this Daphne video. I don't know if it was actually Scalaga. This video where she was wearing this red dress and then she was doing some motion kind of thing. It wasn't just Scalaga.
Yeah, no,
I can't
it's not
remember.
just Kalaga, and I did not even like that song. Um,
Yeah, I've forgotten the song,
it's
but
Madingwa, I
as you
think.
just
Is it Madingwa,
what?
baby? Like the song, it was like was in something like Madingwa, something in it. It almost, it was almost like we could see something like that.
Mhm.
I
I've
did not like
forgotten.
the song. Yeah, you see,
I've
that's
forgotten.
how unmemorable the song was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway, but like he did some kind of metrics kind of thing in the video. Yeah, he has always tried to like as you mentioned the
yeah.
metrics, I was like he has always tried to put that kind of effects and stuff to
C'est
make
là,
it
go
look
cut a
time
book.
out exactly. But
Ah,
I know some people that they have this kind of impression. Okay, Ken Steven does this kind of quality, and then they go and pay that money, and then the video that comes back is not what they
it's not
expected.
what it is. Yeah, even in the group,
Yeah, what
like
they
so many
expected.
guys have complained that way that they paying King the money, and King shot the video. He did not even take like because as a creator, okay, you get the ideas of the artist and you merge it with yours. Then you guys come to a common ground. Then you say, okay, you know what?
Mhm.
As a creator, if I do it like this, it's easier to produce or to get a better result. If I do it like this, but
Mhm.
I see your vision. So we need to combine both visions to get a final product. But he says sometimes you just give
Right.
King the money and King just does it the way he thinks or depending on who you are. Like the guy said he gave the money to King, they shot the video on from all the scenes and when the video came back to him, he could not reach King to tell him he did not like what he saw, he did not like this scene, did not like this and that. But he also went back to the thing, like when they were shooting the video, you would have just when they went to these locations, you'd have just known, okay, this scene is for this and this is how this what is happening. This is a story we are telling at this point of the video in this scene. You should have just said let's correct it instead of waiting, or maybe he never liked the color grading because if you wait up to the thing come out or you receive the final product and you're complaining. It means you do not like the editing of the video.
Yeah, but I don't think Ken works that way. I don't think he shows you the video at every stage, because from
No, he
somebody
can't.
I know that, yeah,
He
from somebody
can't.
I know
I
that
mean,
he
no, it's not
directed
like
a
showing
video.
you at every
Yeah.
stage. I mean, when you're shooting, okay, day one, we are shooting here. Day two, we are shooting here. You, as the artist, you see what, if you had a vision in mind and he's shooting something else, you tell him, this story is, I thought we were supposed to do this. I thought we were supposed to shoot this scene here or do this story here or do this dialogue here.
Mhm.
Sometimes you see the kind of the things they are doing. It's like a movie set.
Mhm.
They tell you, okay, we are shooting this scene or you were dressing and they just record you nude and they put in the video when you never knew that was a nude scene. Okay, but when they are recording you in a scene where you think it's not what you want the finished product to be like, you're asking why you recording this or how. Yeah, sometimes you need to complain. But if he had to wait up to the finished product come out, I think he was complaining about the editing of the movie. Like the color grading
Mhm.
wasn't what he expected it to be, or maybe the quality, the sharpness, and the rest. Yeah,
Mhm. Mhm.
because sometimes you have to speak
Yeah,
up during the editing process, like during the shooting of the
the
video.
shooting, yeah, the shooting phase, yeah, yeah. But also, one thing I would say is sometimes you don't really know what's happening. Like
Emmanuel.
I've attended behind the scenes of King Stephen shooting a video, and okay, people are shooting from scene to scene to scene, and he's just like, no, 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 he has a vision, like he's seeing it's coming out and stuff.
Yeah,
So
because
he's
sometimes he
always
knows
like
what
that
he
kind of,
needs to add. Like when it goes to After Effects or VFX, he'll tell you, "Don't worry, shoot it
yes,
like this because in my mind during editing, I'll replace this with this, or you need to stand here so it'll fit." Like sometimes, yeah. But you just need to know the story
yeah,
they are telling there. You don't need to know the editing or the
mm,
effects. Yeah, no, those things you can't
right,
tell
he's
because
using,
he's seen the
yeah,
scene. He's seen the finished product when he's shooting it.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, he's seen the finished product.
mm-hmm,
Like, okay, you're standing here, you're putting on a green dress. I'll need to take off that green and put this because he's seen. But what the story they are telling there, you need to know what exactly is the story or the scene they are shooting or what it's all about. It's not about,
yeah,
yeah. So, Emmanuel also said,
yeah.
uh,
But in
but in
Cameroon, that
Cameroon,
is money for one series. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
that's true.
okay.
Music video, to produce a music video is more expensive than shooting movies. You can feel like movies are
Nah,
longer, so
nah,
it's cheaper.
mm-mm. Mm.
Yeah,
Nah, I don't think
like
so.
you don't think producing movies are cheaper?
The reason producing movies can be cheaper is because before you get right to the point of shooting a movie, you already get guys in place who share your vision, who want to take part in the project. But music videos, the song is already ready. The artist approaching you because you know what you can offer to the video or make it visually appealing, so the cost can be high. But as for music, you start right from. Nah, movies are so fucking expensive. If you are actually doing a good quality movie that match the quality of
I,
the audio, you can. They are expensive
yeah, I would say like
because it
okay.
takes a
I'm
longer
talking.
run
I'm talking
time.
about the money. I'm talking about the money that you pay to the person who is shooting and editing.
No, it
You
costs
can you
more.
can
No,
get you
movies
can
are so
get a
fucking
music
expensive.
video.
Movies are expensive because you can shoot a music video for 3 days. You cannot shoot a movie for
Mm,
3 days. Sometimes and a day, each
yeah.
of those days you pay for. And it has to do with the
Mhm,
set, the makeup. If you have to do makeup, all those things cost money.
yeah.
The how do they call these things? To design the scene, the all those
Mhm.
things it takes, like you destroy it today, the next day, or you can build it, then every day you
You're
can
think
change the
you're thinking
wardrobe,
about
all those things.
Hollywood standard
No,
movies.
I'm
So
not
you're
talking
thinking
about
about Hollywood
Hollywood.
standard movies
No, if you have to produce, if you
because we
want
have
to
no scene
produce,
building here.
no, that's why I'm saying, yeah, it can be cheap in Cameroon, yeah, for that. But if you want to,
That's what I'm
like
saying.
the
I'm talking.
kind of music videos can
Yeah.
produce, those things, if you want to apply the same time and effort he puts in all those his videos to shoot a movie, it will be way expensive. Because he builds scenes in his music videos. He builds them.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, for example, right? You want to
Yeah.
shoot a movie in Cameroon. What people normally do is you go from house to house,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, you beg people that want to use your house. Sometimes they
Mm.
ask for something. Sometimes they don't even ask. That people that just give their houses to use it. So
Mm.
there are a lot of times that you even get locations for free. You
Mm.
can go and sign like a deal with a hotel. Like, okay, can I just use this place? Or, okay, give us some 5,000. That's those kind of things. That's how you get those kind of locations, right? You get
Same
those
thing with
locations
music.
from
Same thing with
from
music
almost,
videos.
yeah, so you get that location for like almost nothing. And then let me say these people who they film and they edit, most of them they ask like, okay, I want you to give me like a 50,000 per day. So and then most times you tell them, okay, I want us to shoot like 7 days. So what people normally do is you shoot for 7 days. It means that people start in the morning and finish like almost the next day, just like that. People are spending like almost 24 hours shooting that video, so you're able to make up for the
Emmanuel.
time spent and stuff like that. Then like I'm just saying with movies, like being on the set of movies and being on the set of music videos, I just get the sense that although I have never been the one putting the money there, but I just get the sense from what I see the people spending. I get the sense that this one is cheaper more than this one, because behind the scenes you're hearing, okay, I'm giving this person 50 per day, and that's 50,000 times 7 days is like, how much is that? That's how much? Like, is it 250?
50,000
No.
times 7.
Yeah, that
5
times
times 7
seven.
is 35, like 350, 350,000.
350. So you spend like 350. That's what you spend that's what you give him for shooting. Then he's editing, he might ask like for a maybe like a 500. So you spend like 750. Ken Stephen video 2 million. So I'm just saying, like, according to Cameroon, it might not be the high
Listen,
quality movies which
you,
we
what
like
you've just
want, but
called
I'm
now,
just
what
saying.
you've just called now is just the cost for the location where you're shooting at. You haven't called the cost for makeup. You haven't called the cost for aesthetics. You haven't called the cost for wardrobe. You haven't called the cost for
Wardrobe
if they
people
need
bring their own clothes.
is okay. Bring your own clothes. You haven't called it, but it depends on the story you're telling. Because when you see King Stephen's music videos, you see these guys have custom dresses, like the Kosi's own Calision. You see the dress he had with Coco that had that logo, the various logos of their brands on it. That's a custom dress, and those guys make those dresses for I think 100,000, 150,000, or even 70,000. It just depends. Sometimes you want to tell a story. You just say, okay, I want this for this for this for this. Some of those things you make them for
Right.
that project, and those things have their own price tags and their own value. you know
Right.
every day you should here, but you guys cannot sleep there. If it is a hotel, you guys don't sleep there. If not, you pay the fee for the hotel. You guys can go to your various houses, come back there and shoot. If you guys are shooting like in a place, it goes for both music videos and movies. If you're shooting in another town, another city or country, you pay a hotel or your accommodation wherever you guys are for the number of time you guys will be there, for the period you guys will be there. So you can't say
Yeah.
music videos are more expensive. It can never be, because what you do
I'm,
for
the-
music
I'm
videos, you multiply
Yes.
that times the number of days you do it for. If you need to get the same quality,
Uh-huh. Anyway, that'll be a conversation for another day. But let me see what Emmanuel is saying. Emmanuel says, I feel like most of the time his work might be at that level, but his brand is not. In our entertainment industry, the gap between the work and the brand is always very wide. I don't get it. The brand, the work, I don't understand. If a music video costs more than you shoot your movie, then you surely use your phone to shoot that video,
there
and
are
that
some
movie
movies
will
that
stay on
were
your
shot with
laptop.
mobile phones that are actually great. You cannot tell that those movies were shot with mobile phones.
Yeah. And the movie will stay on your laptop. They beg for location. That is how a dog follow also for one of our locations. Yes, but that's the truth though. I'm telling you what's happening on the ground, especially like many of the movie producers, like, okay, now we are having large scale movies where there's a lot of money pumped into it. But many of the movies that we people produce, it's okay. I have a friend who is a like I've been on the set of some movies of like everything like 3 or 4. I have a friend who is a makeup artist. Okay, let her come. Let's see how she can do. Like there's a lot of okay.
Yes.
Let's see, man oh man. Okay, I'll give
Yeah.
you this price instead of this price. Okay, since it's for many days, let's break it down. Wholesale price. There's a
Yeah.
lot of that. I'm telling you. But anyway, hopefully we'll get off that stage so we don't have dogs following us.
Well,
Right.
Emmanuel Asha.
Um. hmm. Okay, so I think we've exhausted this topic. But before we go, I want to read this other thing which Ken Stephen said, which I think is something we have spoken about before. He goes on to say one reason why some Cameroonians aren't making money enough in the entertainment industry is because they have a poverty mindset. Mindset
Yeah.
of lack, mindset of jealousy, mindset of stinginess, all that leads to poverty. With such mindset, you will work very hard and eat very little. Be wise. Hashtag classic. Yeah. So I think we've spoken about this before, like some time ago, like really, really long ago. We're talking about
Yeah,
this whole
inferiority
mindset thing.
complex.
Yeah, inferiority complex, feeling like um basically the poverty mindset, which is you always feel like I need to take from this person in order for me to have. If this person has, I cannot have. Like the scarcity mindset, that kind of mindset of there's only one person that can be at the top, not the mindset of okay, we can all share that top space or stuff
Yeah.
like that. So a lot of Cameroonians operate from that space. I think that's why we even have many Cameroonians not willing to cooperate because you're like, or not willing to share what they know because you feel like if I tell this person, then the person will get to the top, then it means he'll take me off the top because you feel like you both cannot be at the top together and stuff like that. So there's that mindset which I think we need to work on as Cameroonians, which is really not good for our entertainment team. For example, this 237 showbiz was in that article. Basically, there was one portion which I felt like I saw that mindset there of
Yeah,
okay,
that okay
because
now because he's too
Shozi
expensive,
and Andrea,
adrenaline is
yes,
yeah.
they are having more. It means Ina is having so
Yeah.
basically saying that Andrea and Chosi cannot have more if he is having more too. Somebody has to be less in order for somebody to be at the top or something like that. It's not always the case. It just goes to it reminds me of the fact that in the USA there are so many like the number of video directors we have, just multiply that by 4 or by 5. That's the number of video directors you have in the USA. The number of shows we have, there are a lot more.
Yeah, but the
So,
USA, by
and
the way,
all of
is
these
fucking
people,
big because just one state is more than Cameroon. So let's just say each
yeah,
state have 5 artists. Everybody has the right
yeah,
to be a millionaire.
mm-hmm,
Everybody. So there's one thing I just said, and I always tell my friends, if you want to be rich, a millionaire, you can do it by yourself. But if you want to be wealthy, you need to have people. You need to do it with others. The difference
mm-hmm,
between a rich person and a wealthy person is a rich person can easily go broke if they don't have a means or if they cannot sustain their lifestyle. But a wealthy person can never go broke. He will always think about what he will leave for his kids or his generation when he goes away, or how will his generation sustain what he has when he goes away. That's the
mm-hmm.
mindset we need to have.
Right,
That's the
right.
whole thing. That's my drive towards collaborations and the rest. Personally, by myself, I got myself to a point where, yeah, I'm comfortable. But to move beyond that, I need to embrace others, like grow together. That's
Mm-hmm.
just how it is. Yeah.
Yeah, like as you're talking about this, a lot of things are coming to my mind, and I'm feeling like maybe we keep this for another topic because there's a lot coming to my mind, especially about that collaboration. I know in the beginning we did a topic talking about collaboration and needing to network in the entertainment scene and stuff, but like when you get more experience in the field, you start having a different point of view, which one day I would love
Yeah.
to share, but we have already
Yeah, no.
surpassed more than 1 hour now, so I'll just leave it for another day.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, me too. I've had that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I've had that point where, and I could even say, let me dismiss that collaboration part of it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so but it's not that you should collaborate with everybody. At that point, you pick and choose your wise with the way you let people into the circle. Yeah, there's a time, but the fact is, you can't. Let me just say, you can't dry out a river. You can't feed everybody by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do everything by
Yeah.
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Oh yeah,
people,
definitely. Mm-hmm.
yeah. time. Like you can't have time all to yourself because time is constant. You will move past time, and there are so many guys that as time goes on, so many guys come up. You get old, some new young guys come up, or even in the old age you can dominate. Like time frames have different things that control them, like eras.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many
Mm-hmm.
things. Each thing has its own era. Each person has what they are grading. There are times where this era is dominated by this aspect of life or this thing. So you can't just stick to your own aspect of life thinking that thing will last forever. Because even your own
Mm-hmm.
aspect can go out of
Yeah.
fashion now, and down the line it may come back. And just because you link yourself to the person who took over from you, because you are coming back, you can still hold them. So that's just how it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so definitely collaborations are very important, but like the change in mindset is not from collaborations are important to collaborations are not important. It's just the way you go by it and
But
something which
yeah.
you need to bear in mind. And one thing I've really noticed is your instinct. Always work with your instinct. That sometimes when you
Instinct,
cannot
yeah.
see why you cannot really tell somebody why you don't want to collaborate with somebody, but your
Yeah.
instinct is just telling you no, do not do this. So some that
Okay,
times
yeah,
when you
yeah.
just go by the instinct. There are other times when it's just some one or two signs which yeah, I'll list those things which I personally like. Obviously, you take this with a grain of salt because there are some things which I cannot deal with, but you can deal with. And one thing I've noticed about collaboration is you need to see
Tolerate
people who you need to yes, you need to tolerate a lot, and you also need to work with people who kind of complement your
your
personality. For
personality
example,
and
if you're a yes,
yeah,
if you're a quiet introvert, maybe you might want to work with an extrovert who's more outgoing.
yeah,
Like that's my
yeah,
case. I'm more of although you guys see me talk a lot. I remember somebody
yeah. Me too.
who I met on the Napstar show since I was talking and stuff. And after the person met me sometime later, I was like, "But you're not talking." I'm saying you're talking. I'm like, "No, like when the camera is on
The
and it's time
truth
to talk, I
is,
will talk.
this one thing you
But
guys don't know. This one
behind the
thing you
scenes,
guys watching us. This one thing you guys don't know
yeah,
about us who have these platforms that we talk a lot and we do all these things. We are all mostly introverts, own big platforms.
hmm yeah,
Mostly introverts. Most of these guys like
hmm
us that you see us, we talk a lot like this. That we can actually, let me just say, moderate certain things, like feel like give you that perception that you need to express, talk a lot, go out, interact a lot. Most of us pick and
hmm
choose the way we interact and the way we explode. Like
yeah,
most of us are
yeah,
introverts. We are so quiet. It's
yeah,
very you can see us in person and you don't feel like, is that the guy I was seeing on YouTube, like so explosive and doing
right,
at that point, like when we
right,
talk on YouTube, it's just like, yeah, we are expressing that extrovert side of us, you know.
hmm
Not that we can't talk, we talk when it's necessary, but because it is necessary for us to be explosive in front of the camera or talk the way we talk, or it is necessary
hmm
for us to do it, we do it. But that's not just how we are, of like every
hmm
day, every time. Off camera, we can still do it, but it's not. That's not how we are. Most of us are introverts. That's
yeah,
just a key point. Most people
hmm
who have big followings are introverts. Most,
yeah, that's
yeah,
a, yeah, yeah. So basically, if you have that kind of personality, then you want somebody who is more outgoing because, like,
yeah,
for me, like networking is very challenging for me because I'm not a very outgoing kind of person. But if you have somebody you're working with who is a more outgoing person, then the person can help you guys in the networking sector, like brings the network to the field. So basically, there are all of these things which you learn with experience. I am definitely still learning. Every day I make mistakes. Every day I still learn. But like I said, one day I would love for us to have an episode where we just basically talk about what we have learned so far on this journey because there's a lot to be said. There's a lot to be said.
yeah. We can
Anyway,
talk about
before
that
we go,
tomorrow.
yeah.
We can talk about that tomorrow, or maybe we
Okay,
can put that
awesome.
next week. Yeah, oh, tomorrow. We'll
Yeah.
just schedule it for tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Before we go, I want Ezra, if you're still watching, please share the link. You said it will be broadcasted live on the Ohio Media School station. So I don't know, is it something which is online? Is there a link
Yeah.
we can
Just
watch
share
online?
the
Or
link.
if you can just get a video of you receiving your award, I would love it. I don't know. I'm very enthusiastic. I'm just very happy for you. I am very excited for you.
Yeah.
So I just want to see. I just love those kind of things. I love to see. Cameroonians making big moves. It's just an
Yeah.
exciting thing. So please share it with us any way possible. So yeah.
All right.
And if you're watching this video and you have not given a thumbs up to the video, make sure you do that because that helps on
Yeah. Come
YouTube.
on,
You guys know
guys.
what you're
Go
seeing
now.
and it
Like the
helps us.
video. Okay. Like
Hmm.
this video. Just minimize the live chat, and you like the video if you're watching
Yeah.
us on your phone, because mostly you see the comments. Just minimize the live chat and you see like the video. Okay. And you share it. Because when you like the
Yeah.
video, it ranks high on YouTube. That helps the video rank high. And all the topics we talk about here, if you want others to learn from it or others to contribute on it, just like the video and that's it. If you don't want to share it, just like it.
Yeah. And we have Drew Jefferson saying, hello Chakara TV, I bring you greetings from the heart of Freetown. Thank you.
Is
Greetings
it
to
South
you too.
Africa
Thanks for tuning in. It's
or
Freetown, Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. So I think we have exhausted our time for today. We have really surpassed the time for today. Thank you all
Yeah.
for tuning in. Thank you all for sticking with us till now. I know we started really late, so I was like, whenever we start late, I always feel like, oh, maybe they have already gone about their days, feel like we're not coming online today. But
Yeah.
yeah, thank you all for still being here with us. Thank you for being so committed to this journey. And see you
Yeah.
guys tomorrow.
See you
See you
guys
guys tomorrow
tomorrow.
on Molly Town. Yeah,
Yeah.
unfailingly, we'll be on Molly Town tomorrow. So see you guys over there. Did there be anything to say before we leave?
Nah, tomorrow we are going to unpack a lot, like the journey.
Mm,
So stay tuned. Tomorrow,
right.
subscribe to Mulitown channel if you're not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow will be
So
interesting.
like
I would
if
like to
you
get your point of view. What so far, like this
exactly.
journey, this contrast journey.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just focus on the contrast journey. What have you experienced? How have you seen the journey go, or what have you noticed? What the changes you've noticed, the things you've
Mm-hmm.
noticed that are wrong, but we haven't changed it, and the things you've noticed that yeah, the journey, the whole journey. What's your view on the journey so far? And I was
Mm-hmm.
talking with somebody yesterday, and I said we were supposed to do a 1 year anniversary because you don't even know contracts been going for more than 1 year.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. Yeah.
more than 1 year.
Oh yeah. We need to
So
we need to have like a day where we are just celebrating,
because
drinking.
contract and Chakra TV has grown really fast. Contract started when Chakra TV hadn't arrived 1,000 subscribers, and now it's at
That's so true.
11, getting to 12K. So it's more than a year, and you see the growth has been really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's so true. And tomorrow, huh? Tomorrow will be a good one. You guys should tune in for tomorrow because,
yeah,
like, I'm very happy that that's what we're going to dedicate tomorrow to do
yeah,
because there's a lot that I've learned and there's a lot I would love to share. And you
yeah,
might be seeing this journey, this journey online, and
yeah,
you have a certain perception of it. I'm telling you, I'm about to break all of your myths about this thing. Yeah, there's a lot that I'm going to be telling you about the behind the scenes, a lot of things
yeah,
which maybe I might overshare. There's the
yeah.
high probability I might overshare. So tune in tomorrow if you want to know all of
And you
that.
guys
And
may
maybe you
notice,
want to go on this.
you guys may even notice
Mm-hmm.
why sometimes I don't post more. I may even break down why
Mm,
sometimes I don't even give more focus on the channel and focus on some of the things that I do that are still linked to the industry, you know. But
mm,
yeah,
mm-hmm.
I'll give you guys some of behind the scenes, like your perception about
Yeah.
the industry and what we do and what to expect and how you can maximize that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes because
It's
people
going to
watch
be a
us
great one.
sometimes and they get perception of certain things. They have
Mm-hmm.
some perceptions and
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be a good one tomorrow. So definitely tune in for that. And
Yeah.
yeah, thank you guys. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
subscribe in case you have not subscribed. If you're watching after we are not live anymore, and
Mm-hmm.
just know we are live every Wednesday and Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So next Thursday you can join us live here on Chakara TV, and Thursday
Okay.
join us live on Molly Town. So make sure you go subscribe to Molly Town too. And yeah,
Okay.
that's it. Bye.
Bye. Can you see that red dot on my screen? Can you see it beeping?
Yeah.
That's a camera
Well,
battery.
okay, your camera.
It's low. Yeah. So thank you guys for
Oh.
watching.
Mhm.
I think we can end it here.